Well, the Browns finally got an answer to their question about Kareem Hunt, an 8-game suspension for that incident in the hotel, and then, of course, another incident out at Put-in-Bay. So 8 games for Kareem Hunt. Mary Kay, how does that affect the Browns' planning now?
Well, I think that's about what was expected. I think most of us thought it would be somewhere between 8 and 10 games. So I think the Browns were prepared for this, and I think what it means is they'll try to hang on to Duke Johnson as long as they possibly can, unless someone swoops in and offers them something that they can't refuse. That could happen. I know there are a number of teams that are very interested in Duke Johnson. But I think the Browns, they're not desperate to get rid of him right now. He's got a low salary, and they're going to need him for that first half of the season unless they get a nice high draft pick for him. So I think it means they stick with Duke Johnson and go from there. Around the trading deadline will be around the same time Kareem gets back.
Scott, how does this sort of impact the Browns' thinking in your mind?
They couldn't have gone into the process of getting Kareem Hunt without thinking that he's going to be out half the season. They had, you can't do that without that understanding. The baseline, I believe, is 6 games for assault, so they knew that it was at least going to be that. So I don't really think it changes anything from their point of view. Maybe for the fans who were kind of hoping, they're going to have most of a season of Kareem Hunt, maybe that changes. But I think for the Browns, they knew this, and the Duke Johnson thing is curious. I wonder how much of it's putting him out there and just seeing what they can get without really having the desire to move him right now, because you don't want to move him. Kareem Hunt's gone for half the year. Nick-Chubb goes down, then what are you left with? So I don't think it changed anything from their standpoint. They had to have gone in this with the plan.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out what they think of Dontrell Hilliard a little bit too, because he would be the reason that maybe they would trade Duke Johnson if they really like him as a number 2 back. Maybe they see him as more of a guy that can carry the load at running back if needed. So maybe we'll get a chance to see what they think of him with Kareem Hunt kind of waiting his turn. And it's important to note, Hunt will be back right around the trade deadline, and it still might take him a couple weeks to kind of get up to speed and get that full load of carries. So it'll be interesting to see how it impacts them now, but I think once Kareem Hunt gets back, he's going to hit the ground running.
Well, the other thing about this is, what about Nick-Chubb? I mean, when he does come back, how are you going to find enough carries for Nick-Chubb and Kareem Hunt on the same football field? So that's something to watch.
All right, so the Browns, Kareem Hunt, an 8-game suspension, and now we play the waiting game with Hunt and the whole running back room.